Welcome to Math Solutions. In this video, we will go over triangular geometry. For our first problem, we are asked to prove that triangle ABD and triangle CBD are congruent. To prove congruence, we must use the information given alongside our own geometry knowledge to construct a logical argument. Starting with given information, we know that D is the midpoint of line AC. This is very important, because we can use our own geometry knowledge to confirm more information. Since we know D is the midpoint of AC, that means that we can also confirm that lines AD and CD are congruent, since a midpoint is the point along a line that splits it into two equal segments. Going back to our given information, we are also told that lines AB and BC are congruent. Finally, notice both triangles share line BD. This means we can confirm that line BD is congruent to itself by the reflexive property of congruence. This means that triangles ABD and CBD are comprised of corresponding congruent sides. In geometric proofs, this is referred to as the side-side-side theorem, or the SSS theorem for short. Let's try another example. For this problem, we must prove that angle BAE and angle CDE are congruent using the given information. We are told that lines AE and DE are congruent. We are also given the information that angles ABE and CDE are congruent. Notice how we have a pair of corresponding angles and sides to finish the proof. Both are on opposing sides, however. This means that the only way to finish the proof is to use the angle-angle side theorem by proving the congruence of another pair of adjacent angles. This means proving that angles AEB and CED are congruent. This is actually quite easy thanks to the vertical angles theorem, which states that when two lines intersect, they form pairs of vertically opposing angles which are congruent with each other. In this case, that means that angles AEC and BED are congruent, and more importantly, that angles AEB and CED are also congruent by this theorem. Thanks to the vertical angles theorem, we are now able to prove the congruence of triangles ABE and DCE by the AAS theorem. However, we still are not finished. This is because the problem is actually asking for proof that angles BAE and CDE are congruent. It is very important to carefully read for what a math problem is asking for, as this is a common mistake many tests will attempt to trick you into making. To truly finish the proof, we must use CPCTC, which is an acronym for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. In simpler terms, because we have proven the congruence of triangles ABE and DCE, we can say that because angle BAE and angle CDE correspond with each other in their respective congruent triangles, that they themselves must also be congruent. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check out my Patreon at patreon.com/mathsolutionsx.